Hola, mis maravillosos estudiantes. Hello, my wonderful, wonderful students. We are back on another day of some Spanish learning. Llegamos a otro día para aprender un poquito más de español. Y ustedes que están aprendiendo inglés, también estamos aprendiendo inglés. You know, those of you who are learning Spanish are learning Spanish. And those of you who are watching, learning English, you're learning English too. So we started reading this book called Lucas and his Loco beans. And we started looking at some words that are in Spanish in the book, because this is a bilingual tale of the Mexican jumping beans, and we're learning Spanish and English through this book together. So now let's try to see if by continuing to read on the story we can figure out why is it that there are some jumping beans. And believe me, I've seen this jumping beans, and this is actually a scientific if we can look at, across the disciplines, this could be a scientific, a science fair project for some of you. Why do beans jump? And why do they call them crazy beans? So let's get started and let's review a couple of the words that we talked about last time. Vamos a hacer un repaso acerca de las palabras que aprendimos la última vez y también averiguar por qué le llaman estos frijoles que son locos. ¿Qué es la razón? Y eso es algo verdadero, si hay frijoles que verdaderamente brincan. So vamos a averiguar por qué o cómo es por qué hacen esto. Okay, so empezamos esta historia. We began this story, but first let's jump into the words. Remember, there are some yellow squares all around them, and those are the words that we are practicing our Spanish. Estas son las palabras que estamos practicando nuestro inglés. So let's review. Abrazo. Can you guys repeat that? Abrazo. Good. And what does abrazo mean? Yes, a hug. Very good. A hug. When you hug your teddy bear. Abrazo. Hug. Grito. Can you guys repeat it? Grito. Very good. Yes. What does that mean? Yes, you're yelling it right now. Yes, to yell. To speak in a loud voice. Grito. Yo grito fuerte. I yell aloud or loudly. Abuelo. You guys say it? Abuelo. Good. I'm pretty sure you've used this word before. Grandfather. Many of you have an abuelo that lives close by. And if you don't, that's okay. You can definitely connect to an abuela, grandmother as well. Abuelo. So we saw these three words here at the beginning of the story where Lucas ran to his abuelo because he only gets a chance to see him in the summer. Or, does anybody remember that Spanish word? Yes, verano. Very good. All right, so let's look at the next three words that we learned last week. Because as we read, and if you have not seen part one of this, please make sure to watch it so that you can see how we read along those first two pages. But it's basically him, Lucas, coming to visit Grandpa during verano, which is one of our first words. Now, this word is ramas. Can you guys say that word? Ramas. Very good. Which means what? Branches. Very good. Not a very common word to use in Spanish unless you work out in the yard. Ramas. Or you are flying a kite and it gets stuck in the ramas. Right? In the branches. Las ramas. Next word is ranchito. Can you guys say that? Ranchito. Break it down. Ranchito. Yes, good. Very good. Which means ranch or a small ranch. You're going to see a lot of times that some Spanish words end with ito. Burrito, gansito, perrito, and in this case, ranchito, which simply means a small ranch. Very good. And then verano, say it, verano. Break it down again, verano. Very good, which means summer. Oh, I love summer. Oh, como me encanta el verano. I love it. Definitely a time to enjoy the sun. Now, I don't like 100-degree weather, but definitely being out on the beach or just enjoying a vacation is nice. Verano. So we read the last part of the second page, which gave us those three words, ramas, ranchito, and verano. So let's continue on reading Lucas and his Loco beans, a bilingual tale of Mexican jumping beans. Now remember, when you see this icon, I want you to think about the big idea. Cuando tú veas este icono, piensa en la idea central. ¿De qué se está tratando esta historia? What is this whole story all about? Is it about, Lucas having a good time with Grandpa? ¿Se trata acerca de Lucas teniendo un buen tiempo con su abuelo? Or is it about the mystery of these jumping beans? ¿O se trata del misterio de estos frijoles locos? When you see this icon, I want you to focus on the details, whether it's the details of the setting or the details of a specific character. What does Grandpa wear? What are the details about what he wears? How do you know that he's a rancher? Cuando veas este icono, piensa en los detalles de las personas, los personajes o del ambiente. ¿Por qué el abuelo trae un sombrero? ¿Cómo sabemos que es un ranchero? When you see this icon, we're looking at the words that we are focusing to learn our Spanish. But also you can think about what are some words that a rancher would use working out in the ranch. Cuando veas este icono, piensa en las palabras que nos hacen los expertos en lo que estamos hablando. En este caso, las palabras que estamos traduciendo. So let's continue reading on the story. But first, let's look at the words that we're going to be learning today. So the word is lugar. Can you guys say that? Lugar. Break it down. Lugar. Yeah, that means place. And so I have this picture of this little marker because that's what sets what place you are, right? You are in that lugar. I'm in this lugar. Yo vivo en este lugar. I live in this place. Montaña. Break it down. Montaña. Good, very good, which means mountain. And I know some of you noticed that there is almost a similarity between these two words. The English word actually has a root Spanish word in it. Montaña, mountain. Montaña. Panza, this is a fun word to say. Panza. Can you say it? Panza. Very good. Break it down. Panza. Yeah, that means stomach. And if there's anybody who has a very, very big panza, it's Winnie the Pooh, for sure. Panza. Good, very good. Panza. And then one more, we're going to look at the word matas. You guys say that? Matas. It's almost similar like ramas, right? Because he's talking about the plants. Matas. Yeah, plants in general. The plants that are in maybe your parents have some matas outside, right? So these are our words for today, matas. Oh, one more. I forgot about this one phrase. This is now not just one word specific, but this is actually a phrase that I want you to practice because we are going to read it in the book today, which is dame tu mano, which means give me your hand. Right? Dame tu mano. Give me your hand. We're going to see how Grandpa or the child, Lucas, uses this phrase. Dame tu mano. One more time. Dame tu mano. Very good, very good. Give me your hand. One more phrase. Estos son. Estos son. Which means these are. Estos son. One more time. Estos son. These are. That's when you're pointing to something. Like this little boy is pointing to his shoes. Estos son míos. These are mine. You're pointing to that object. Estos son. So let's see how the book actually uses this different phrases and words. Let me move my screen here. Where are we going, abuelo? I asked. To a lugar in the mountains where I played in the past. There's that word lugar. I was tired and wanted to get there real soon. My panza was rumbling as it approached noon. So you see the words panza, lugar, montañas or mountains here in the English version here. There are three words, panza, montañas, and lugar. So Lucas is visiting Grandpa. Look at the details of this picture. How do you know that they're out there in the desert or the mountains? Yeah, what do you notice? Yeah, I noticed this cactus and rocks and this big mountain on the side. Grandpa's taking him on a journey. Su abuelo lo está llevando en una jornada. Porque mira los detalles de cómo sabemos que está en un lugar montañoso. Lugar means place. Very good. Say it one more time. Lugar. Yes, very good. What about montaña? What is montaña? Mountain. Yes, I know some of you noticed the beginning of the word and you saw mountain. Yeah, very good. Montaña. One more. Panza. Oh, you're not gonna forget that word. What is panza? Muy bien, muy bien. Stomach. Mi panza. Hey, next time you're hungry, just say, Mom, Dad, mi panza tiene hambre. My stomach is hungry. All right, let's look at the next one. As we reach some tall matas with shiny green leaves, my abuelo said, estos son the right trees. Estos son the right trees. Remember, estos son means, and we'll review here in a second, dame tu mano and slowly come near. Keep very still. Now, what do you hear? Oh, let's look at the details. What is he listening to? Oh, I wonder if this is where we're going to actually find out about the crazy beans. All right, so we have a couple of phrases here. Dame tu mano, estos son, matas. Remember, matas is, say it, matas. Yeah, those are the plants. So they saw these tall matas, these tall plants, and they hear a sound. And what did he say? Dame tu mano. Give me your hand. Say it one more time. I know this is three words. Dame tu mano. And again, boys and girls, I want you, as soon as you see these words, I want you to practice them. Maybe tell your little brother, dame tu mano. Or maybe tell mom, dame tu mano, mom. Okay? Practice these words and phrases, okay? So dame tu mano, give me your hand. Estos son. Say it. Estos son. Very good. These are. So again, practice this phrase. Maybe your mom says, or your dad is asking, where did you leave your shoes? Or whose shoes are these, I should say. You can say, estos son míos. Maybe dad is asking, whose tools are these? Or whose video game console is this? Estos son. These are mine. These are his. These are somebody else's. Estos son. Okay, so those were our phrases for today, and we're going to go ahead and stop there for the lesson. Remember, these are the phrases we're finding. We can go back and watch this video again. Regresa y mira este video una vez más. And now we are left with a little, what is the word? Almost like a little in suspense, right? Because we're trying to figure out what is he hearing. Nos vamos a quedar aquí con ese sostén, ese pensamiento de qué es lo que está escuchando. Queremos averiguar, queremos saber. We want to know, we want to find out. So till next time, we're going to see if it is that the loco beans are introduced in this page. Vamos a ver si son los frijoles locos los que introduce el abuelo. But until next time, I'll see you soon. Hasta luego. Don't forget, go back and practice. Adios.